When love turns into a slow poison, 5 signs it's time to walk away. We've all been there. You're in a relationship, and for a while, it feels like everything you've ever wanted. She says all the right things. She shows up in the beginning, makes you feel seen, needed, even special. You start imagining a future with her. You let your guard down. But then, something shifts. And it's not an explosion. It's a whisper. A subtle coldness. A strange comment. A tension you can't name but can't ignore either. You feel it in your gut, but your brain talks you out of it. You tell yourself, I'm just being paranoid. I'm overreacting. I should just chill. And that's where it begins. Not with her lies, but with yours. The lies you tell yourself to justify staying. But here's the truth. When love turns into a slow poison, it doesn't always come with yelling or betrayal. Sometimes, it comes in the form of erosion, quiet, consistent, and deadly. If a woman is doing the following 5 things, she's not confused. She's not going through something. She's showing you who she really is, and how little she values you. And if you don't act, that slow poison will eat away at your confidence, your masculinity, your purpose, and your peace. Let's break it down. 1. She gaslights you into doubting yourself. It starts with a conversation. You speak your truth. You say, when you did that, it made me feel disrespected. She looks at you, calm and emotionless, and says, I never did that. You're remembering it wrong. You're being sensitive. Suddenly, the facts are up for debate. Suddenly, reality bends to her version of the story. That's gaslighting, and it's not some TikTok trend. It's psychological warfare. She's not misunderstanding you. She's dismantling your grip on reality. Because if she can get you to doubt your own mind, she'll never have to take responsibility for anything. And the scariest part? You'll start to blame yourself. You'll shrink your voice. You'll walk on eggshells. You'll censor your truth just to keep the peace. That's not love, that's submission. And you weren't built for that. You were built to lead, to protect, to speak truth, not to question your own mind every time you express a need. Walk away. Your clarity, your voice, your self-respect, they're not up for negotiation. 2. She violates your boundaries, and then mocks you for setting them. Boundaries are not walls. They're doors. They don't shut people out, they show people how to treat you. But when you try to assert a boundary, she treats it like a personal insult. You say, I need some time to focus, and she guilt trips you. You say, I'm not okay with how close you are with that guy, and she rolls her eyes, calls you insecure, and posts a selfie with him the next day. She's not confused. She's not unaware. She's testing you. Pushing to see how much disrespect you'll tolerate before you push back. And if you stay silent, she learns that your boundaries are flexible. That your standards are negotiable. That your peace is optional. That's not love. That's dominance. And she's playing power games. You deserve a woman who respects your lines, because she respects the man who drew them. If she treats your standards like a suggestion, it's time to remind her. You weren't put here to babysit someone else's emotional chaos. You're not her father. You're not her therapist. You're a man with a mission, and if she can't honor that, she doesn't belong beside it. 3. She's always the victim, and you're always the villain. She messes up, but somehow, you're to blame. She withdraws emotionally. You weren't attentive enough. She flirts with another guy. You weren't making her feel loved. She lies. You made her feel unsafe being honest. In her world, everything she does wrong is your fault, and everything you do right is never enough. She weaponizes her pain to deflect from her behavior. She rewrites every argument to make you the villain in a story she controls. This is not vulnerability. This is emotional blackmail. And it's designed to make you chase her approval like a dog chasing a bone that keeps getting pulled away. Here's the reality. You're not perfect, but you're not the problem either. And love isn't supposed to feel like a courtroom where you're always on trial. You're not her savior. You're not her emotional sponge. You're a man with value. And if she can't see that, walk. Not because you're cold, but because you've finally warmed up to the truth. You can't heal someone who uses their pain to control you. 4. She disrespects your time like it's disposable. Time is your most limited resource. It's the currency of your goals, your focus, your mission. And she treats it like it means nothing. She shows up late, or not at all. She cancels plans last minute, then expects you to be grateful she rescheduled. She makes you wait, apologize, adjust, accommodate, while she invests her time wherever and however she wants. That's not bad scheduling. That's blatant disrespect. Because here's what most men miss. If she doesn't value your time, she doesn't value you. It's not about the dinner plans. It's about the principle. You show a woman how to treat you by how you protect your time. If she expects you to wait, pause your life, or rearrange your priorities for her convenience, she doesn't see you as a man. She sees you as an option. Don't be a placeholder in your own story. You're not here to chase people who treat your presence like a burden. You're here to build a life where people feel lucky to earn access to your time. 5. She stopped trying, because she thinks you won't leave. At the beginning, she showed effort. She dressed up. She made time. She stayed curious about your world. But now, she's passive. Distant. Checked out. She doesn't listen when you talk. She doesn't initiate. She doesn't care to impress you. She treats your consistency like a license to be lazy. Why? Because deep down, she's made one silent calculation. You won't leave. She's betting that your loyalty is stronger than your standards. She's stopped trying. Because she doesn't believe you'll ever make her earn your presence again. And maybe, so far, she's right. But here's what you need to understand. When a woman stops putting in effort, it's because she no longer fears losing you. Let that sink in. You teach people how to love you not just by what you tolerate, but by what you walk away from. Final thoughts: reclaim your masculinity. If you see even one of these signs, it's not too late. But if you see all 5 signs, you're not in a rough patch. You're not in a phase you can fix. You're already in the danger zone. And here's the worst part. The longer you stay, the more normal it starts to feel. The more you adapt to chaos. The more you make excuses for disrespect. The more you betray yourself to preserve something that's already broken. Don't wait for her to cheat before you finally admit she doesn't value you. Don't wait for that one final argument that breaks your soul. Don't wait to feel completely numb, because by then, you'll barely remember who you were before her. If she's draining you, minimizing you, confusing you, disrespecting you, you don't need more signs. You need self-respect. Because every day you stay in a relationship that poisons your spirit, you're slowly killing the man you were born to be. You lose your mission, the fire that once drove you. You lose your clarity, the ability to trust your own instincts. You lose your strength. Not the kind in your arms, but the kind in your soul. But here's the thing about a man who decides to walk away with his head high. He doesn't just leave. He rises. You might walk away feeling broken, confused, even scared. That's normal. But each day you distance yourself from her chaos, your vision clears. Each day you reclaim your energy, your discipline, your focus. You get your power back, not all at once, but piece by piece. And this time, you don't just rebuild. You reinvent. You learn what you'll never accept again. You stop begging to be seen and start standing to be respected. You stopped trying to fix people who broke themselves long before you showed up. And as for her, leave her in the dark. Because the truth is, if she couldn't match your energy, respect your boundaries, or reciprocate your loyalty, then she was never your woman to begin with. She was a lesson, not a life partner. Let her be a chapter, not the whole damn book. Close that page without guilt. You don't need closure. You need clarity. And that clarity starts when you stop asking, "What happened?" and start asking, "What do I deserve?" You already know the answer. So now the only question is, will you act on it? This is your turning point. Not just in this relationship, but in how you show up for your future. So walk. Reclaim your masculinity. Reclaim your mission. Reclaim you. And if this message hit home, subscribe. Not for me. For you. Because this isn't just advice, it's the beginning of a new standard. One where your peace, your purpose, and your power always come first. You've sacrificed enough. Now it's time to rise.